Every Sunday he goes yeah, we always been like that. No matter what happened between him and Haitian, I told him all had nothing to do with that. That's him. Yeah, we get out all our way to I treat him, I'll always treat him, you know. Yeah. When the girl was just in the top, running the stage. Girl, we had a great, I mean, we were like looking color purple. I think about it sometimes and laugh. His own gas up on the ground. But they couldn't put, they know he doesn't see how white people cover up their stuff. Those police know that boy did that. But they try to pretend like couldn't pinpoint it, but they know it wasn't accidental. They know somebody, they know people, because everybody there at the time knew the boy did. You already know. But he got away, he worked on the railroad, and girl, he gets us his feelings, so he died.
So, this was supposed to be an ASMR?
He said not real, man.
Obviously, if it's here.
And the grandson, it was the one that hit her, all that lady, all that money, because everybody was dead. The grandson. His son, the one that killed him, his son did. He got everything. They adopted the daddy, yeah. And they found the daddy. Daddy came home and said, "Mr. Albert's dead." What you mean they found him at the gas pump dead? And that's when we up and moved to town. That's how we got this town. And during that time, girl, we used to walk to the corner store and it was like a long
That's crazy.
There was no time on that little road with everybody hands. We used to walk and get up chips and soda and stuff and walk back off. We did a lot of walking too. You wake up, that's how your skin and stuff is stay tight. Yeah. You right about that. Yeah.
It's crazy. Daddy was, he said, don't give me no sugar. We say, why? He said, y'all just don't know what I sugar made. Yes, he don't lose. Yes. He sees so much with sugar. And I said, Daddy, he said, yeah, your wife. I'm not following with nobody. You don't even know what's happening. Showing up on my page. I don't know what. Something called Mom came. Well, I didn't get the wife. Oh, they believed it. I remember they used to make their corn and make their own meal. I remember all that stuff. And it is. Hello, Vicky. Girl, I think that these phones look like the sky get mad with me and you get on them. Must be a bad connection. They want you to help with them children all the time.
It's, it's for somebody, I wouldn't even talk to somebody, they got 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old child. And just say this right there, this and that. I told the kid, and they asked me this, I was very ridiculous. I said, you to choose who you want to talk to. I said, cause somebody come to you that I'm gonna kill self because they like you. You can turn them down. It's your choice. So I cycle through that, so you cycle through that. So I said, when I got my divorce, so me and Jonah was a blind date, he hit it off. I said, that don't happen all the time. I said, but I know he was different, he was a different guy from this book. So, and he did, I learned from this book that teach me that he just showed me he could run the street. And I'm still stuck on him having 5 children. I didn't know it. He dead and gone. I did not know that man had 5 kids. I knew about Aisha and his brother. And I know the girl, the father. He was supposed to have the son or something. Somebody he looked like that would. And he told me that the girl was we the boys called on the job and told me either go with Carl. That's the white man this fall. Who was doing put the scissors out on the desk and stab me. I said, boy, that girl got you crazy. Yeah, that's how he lost his job. Then they picked it. Went on strike and he was the manager. And she wanted him to open the gate where she could go get the truck and go out and work. And I told him, and they had to take him in there. He almost lost his job because he was gonna let her walk the picket line. And the union people got mad. I said, you gonna let this lady get you fired? But that girl, please, that man was, I just couldn't believe it. And then I get the people that they would call me and tell me what he doing. And I said, man, what? I said, you know that that girl can't go over. She needs to go after the rest of them. You gotta do what the union wants. She wasn't there, she gon' I guess he gonna tell me. When I found out and called her, he made me go to work. And when I found out, I said, she gonna be the difference. That's a nice little style. And he said, what you mean? I said, just what I said. I said, you watch. I said, something. I said, you gonna head down the line, you gonna talk about. He told her. And he started jumping on her, fighting her and telling her that the reason why they were together was through both of them. He wasn't doing we were both of them. But then this friend Roger, that's the same gonna pay my house, baby, and he go around criticism every he gonna allow to get see me painted later house, just like mine. Boy, he came home, I gave him a new release. I let him know everything. He said, how you know? I said, your friend Roger. He said, Roger, I said, yeah, your best little buddy. I said, he the one to you a good old lady, you don't need to be doing. But he showed me all that and then he didn't care because I do. Yeah, after that he didn't care. He was in love, side of thing, come by the house, blow the horn, he go out, get his suitcase, jump in the car, and drive off like he was Disneyland. Yes, I'm telling you what I went through, child, please. I called him Chief. Him got pregnant in '84 with Marla. That's when he was born. And I called him Chief. And then I called the blockage in the small intestine. They had to do emergency surgery. And the blockage got his stick me like he would not call my family and let them know I was in the intensive care. That made child, please. church. I said, Lord, I want my divorce, but how can I have it? When I got home, he said, I want a divorce. I said, you can have it. He said, he stopped. I can see his face now. He stopped and looked at me. He said, what you mean? I said, you can have it. I said, I don't want that name changed. I said, you can have it. I said, you make the money, you pay for money, you don't need no lawyer. Let them take care of everything. You give me child support and buy me out the house. And that's the way it happened. Yeah, then he told me after it was over with, and he had his friend, he was coming to bring me to little bit work for $40 a week, and he wouldn't give me $40 at the time. It's so smart to talk about $40, boy, man. You show him crazy. He let me go and he with that. He said, I should. He said, she don't want me back. I said, I should know. I said, I don't want you back. You love me, brother. You keep it. Dude. And then she had completely got her divorce from her husband. The man called to the house, wanted to talk to Littlewood. I answered the phone. He told me to tell him what he didn't leave his wife, know he was going to kill him. Littlewood got mad with me because I asked, why you didn't have me the phone? I said, because when I said hello, he asked me to share that. I said, yeah. I said, then he told me what to tell you. I said, you can't before you got mad with me. I said, that was meant for me to get, bro. By the summer, yes, and I used to was 4 years old. He come in and go in there and get this pretty long symbol of, I must was a 38, I don't know what kind of sister that was. And I used to say, you better not hit me if my mama was there. He sometimes say, what you gonna do with that kid? He got to come back up. And I said, wow, he went through all of that and then didn't get done. And the one that his sister had the church on stuff, it was he told her, don't come and see you. He said, I can't deal with you, man. Because he just scared him to death. He said, he said, they thought she wasn't going to never come around. When she did, she could not come to that church. No one went on without her life. I said, but he didn't learn. Yeah, that's what we said about him.